So today, I get into an argument with a bitch that had a black eye. You heard me right. I get into an argument with a bitch that had a black eye. Let me tell you how this story unfolds. So today I go to the store to just get one item. One item. The reason I'm getting this one item, and this one item is deodorant, is because I go to the gym today, and as I'm finishing up my workout, I realized that I'm musty as shit. I realized this. And I'm glad I realized that I was musty because I totally forgot that I ran out of deodorant yesterday. So I would have probably been 2 days without deodorant, right? 2 days without deodorant. But I'm glad I was musty, right? So it was like a signal to go get some deodorant. So as I'm walking to the front of the line to get checked out, I see these two chicks, they're talking or whatever. And the girl says, "Oh, I need to go and get some. I forgot something." So as she turns around and looks at me, she goes and runs past me. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but she does it. And as she comes back, she puts the item on the belt. The girl scans it. She looks at me and she says, "You should be ashamed to wear that shirt." At this time, I noticed that she has a black eye. And if you're from a place like I'm from, Birmingham, Alabama, you've seen enough girl fights to understand that girls don't typically have the power to give each other black eyes. And if they do anything, they just scratch each other's face or slice each other's face up with razor blades and shit like that, pull each other's hair. But just the strength and the accuracy to punch somebody in the eye to give them a black eye, that typically don't happen. So as I see this black eye, I know a nigga gave you a black eye. Right? And so the shirt I have on is a USA shirt. And she said, "You should be ashamed to have that shirt on as a black man." I said, "Well, what shirt should I have on?" And I said, "It's kind of crazy that you're talking to me about my shirt and me being a black man, but you got a black eye." I said, "I know that nigga blacked your eye." I said, "If people told you right now you should leave that dude, you shouldn't procreate with that dude, girl, you can do better," you would not leave. You will find every excuse in the book to stay with that nigga. I tell people, I don't fuck with people, but when you fuck with me, I'm going to take it to hell, right? So I'ma always hit where it hurts, and I know what hurts right now is your motherfucking eye. We don't have self-awareness in our community, and it's ever prevalent in our community that we don't have fucking self-awareness. And it makes sense why you have a black eye, because I'm a complete fucking stranger and you fucking with a complete fucking stranger that's minding his business, that's in here to get deodorant. And if you know me, I'm already upset because I hate musty motherfuckers, stinky, smelly motherfuckers. So I'm already upset that I let myself get musty, and now I'm musty in a place that I don't want to be in. Now, this story might sound far-fetched until I tell you where I'm at. But as a matter of fact, put in the comment section and tell me what store you think I'm at, just by this interaction. Well, fuck it, I'm going to tell you. I'm in Walmart. See, it makes sense because it sounded like a far-fetched, crazy story. Like nobody would just actually just fuck with you just to be fuck with you. Okay, it sounds crazy, but we've all been to Walmart. We've all seen videos. Okay, so we know that things like this happen in Walmart. This is one of the reasons I said I'm not supposed to be in Walmart, because I vowed to myself that I wasn't going to Walmart, because my wife had an incident where she wasn't even going to Walmart. She was going to Walmart to get some groceries to be picked up from Walmart, and she's in the parking lot waiting in spot number 4. I hear over the Bluetooth speakers motherfuckers out there in the parking lot arguing, and then I hear pow, 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 and she said, "Oh my God, babe, they're shooting." So we vowed together to not go to Walmart. But the reason that I go to Walmart is because the gym is in the same parking lot, and I'm musty as shit, and I need to get this now, because if I get in the car, I'm coming home and I'll be musty another day. And they're probably 2 days, because my wife really doesn't shop like that. Y'all know how y'all do. Y'all order it, or, you got to wait for the Amazon orders or all whatever the shit is. So it might have been another day, might have been another 2 days. So let me go and get my deodorant now, because I didn't tell my wife that I was out of deodorant. We use different deodorants. That's how she doesn't know. But that's neither here nor there, right? So I said, you know what? Maybe it was God here to put me in your life to not talk about my shirt, but maybe to deliver you from your black eyedness. That's what I told her. I said, maybe I'm here. I said, maybe I'm here to deliver you from your black eyedness. Because there's no way that you think this conversation is appropriate to have with me. Why you have a black eye talking about America, how America mistreats black people, and as a black man this and whoop the whoop and all this. She the bitch is just going off of me. And I'm like, I realize when I walk in certain places, not even just Walmart, but when I walk in certain places and I look at the faces of our women in our community, you can see the hate, you can see the vitriol, you can see the bills, you can see the stress, you can see the jobs, you can see the molestation, you can see all of these things on all our women's faces. They just walk around with this scowl on their face, or what we like to call it in our community, RBF, resting bitch face. You see it all the time, and that's why the whole movement of, you know, black men telling black women to smile was a thing, right? So, but you see it, and you shouldn't say anything to these motherfuckers because they all crazy, right? So I said, let's talk about this nigga beating your ass. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about the shirt. I said, look, ma'am, I'm trying to just go home. I'm trying to get my deodorant and just go home. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to have this argument with you. I don't want to talk to you. None of that bullshit. I don't want to do any of those things with you right now. Can you just ring up your stuff so we can leave? Don't tell me what to do. I'll leave when I'm good and motherfucking ready. So I said, okay, I'm not finna argue with you. I'm not finna argue. I'm just got quiet, right? Y'all niggas, you know how the bitches be. Y'all niggas and woo, she talking to herself and stuff like that. So she goes to insert her card. I bullshit you not. She go to insert her card. The bitch declines. You worried about my shirt with a black eye and a declining card in Walmart. Now, you're not wrong for being in Walmart. You're where you're supposed to be. I'm the one in the wrong right now because I told myself I wasn't supposed to be in fucking Walmart. The only reason that conversation ended is because of a failed transaction. And she had shit on her face. Now she's rummaging through her purse to find other forms of payment. Because now the bitch has to get fucking quiet to come up with a master plan to see how she's going to pay for this food and her groceries and whatever else she got. She got to come up with a master plan going through this purse of how she's going to pay for this shit. So it takes all the concentration in her brain and what she got going on to pay for this shit. Long story short, don't go to fucking Walmart.